Hello. So I prepped for this video thinking that I would film a vinyasa flow, but no matter how much I tried talking myself into it, my body just did not have the energy. So rather than trying to force something unnatural, we're doing some lazy girl stretches today. So start with just breathing. You can sit cross-legged or lay down, whatever you need to drop in to the moment, this moment right now. I like to close my eyes, take deep breaths, and tick-tock my head gently and slowly side to side. Our first stretch today is going to be the butterfly. So you're gonna put the soles of your feet together and we're gonna move really slowly. If you have props, blocks, or pillows to kind of place underneath your thighs or knees, we're gonna move into this really gently because it's the first stretch and you don't wanna rush into it. So once you get there, just take some deep breaths. Let your inhale rise you up, and your exhale fold you over slightly. If it feels good, you can push your elbows into your thighs or your shins, remembering to take really deep breaths here. Readjust your props as needed or not. We're just slowly going deeper and deeper into this as your body says that it's okay. If you can't fold over, please don't. Just go to wherever your body feels that sense of tension. This is a really lazy, slow, easy stretch today. Last variation. This is going to be the deepest version of this stretch. Shrug your shoulders up into your ears and breathe them down. And we're just holding this deep stretch and breathing. And come up, roll your shoulders back, and we'll move on to stretch number 2. So you're going to gently maneuver yourself to where you're kind of centered on your mat. Breathing and slowly roll down to your back. Every vertebrae, one by one, slowly hitting the mat. Pull your knees a little closer, your feet a little closer to your bum. The soles of your feet are on the mat. And we're just breathing here. Taking a moment to drop in to where we're at in this current moment. Take your right leg and cross it over your left into figure 4. If it's accessible to you, bring your hands behind your thighs. Make sure that your right foot is active. You can make your left foot active as well, but you really want to flex that right foot to protect your right knee. This is really important in this stretch. Keep your feet active. Place your hands wherever it feels comfortable for you to get that really nice buttock and hamstring and hip opening here. We're breathing And if it feels good, you can straighten that left leg, push the heel up to the ceiling or up to the sky, bring your toes closer to your face, or just stay in the traditional figure 4. Alright, now we're going to guide over to a twist. You're going to place the sole of your right foot onto the ground. You're in a twisted figure 4. And breathe. If this doesn't feel good, come out of it. If it's hurting your knee or your hip, adjust your body to where it feels like a gentle twist. You're not trying to wrench your spine around or force your joints to do something they don't want to do. This is supposed to be a really loving movement. And bring it to center. We're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side, remembering to keep those feet really active and pulling your leg back until you feel that stretch. Take some really deep breaths here. And remember to relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax the muscles in your face. If you're unable to unclench your teeth, maybe you're stretching a little bit too far. And we'll go into that figure 4 twist. Then again, listen to your body. For me in this position, my hip was starting to hurt a little bit. It felt overly torqued. So I'm just going to move my leg to try and adjust for that pain. Nothing here should feel like pain. Just breathing, filling up your lungs, maybe facing your head the opposite direction of your knees, and bring it back to center. Here we're going to just pull our knees into our chest with our breath, create some compression in our hips, and move your knees in a circular motion. This is going to feel like a lovely massage on your lower spine, your hips, and your butt. Go as slowly as you can and switch directions. There's a tiny little bit of ab activation here, but mostly passive. We're just moving with our breath, maneuvering our knees one direction, then the other. Now we'll just straighten our legs towards the sky and do some heel toes. Point and flex, point and flex. If your straight leg doesn't look like this, that is okay. You really just want to respect where your body is at. And if yours is way beyond this, that is okay too. Now we're going to bring our legs down to the ground. And rock and roll up to a seated position. Have a little bit of fun with this. See what your body does with the rock and roll. Rocking from your spine down to your tailbone. And we're going to come in to an all fours position here. Spread your fingers really wide on the mat. Your hands are going to be adjusted underneath your shoulders, and your knees are aligned under your hips. Make sure you're not collapsing in your shoulders. You're pushing away from the earth energetically. And we'll do some cat, cows. Breathe out, suck your belly towards your spine. And breathe in, long puppy belly here. Cat and cow. Now we'll come back to flat back position. Kind of bop your hips out to one side and your head out to the other. This will be a little bit of a stretch through your hip, your side body, and maybe even a little bit of your IT band. We're going to try and keep our weight evenly in both of our hands and our knees. And just tick-tock side to side. When you're ready, either come into traditional child's pose or extended child's pose. You can have your knees underneath your chest or have your toes touching and your knees as wide as the yoga mat like I am. Take this pose however you want today. It can be energetic with your hands reaching forward, or you can just kind of fall into it. Whatever feels good as long as you are breathing. You're just breathing, feeling the skin on your back body stretch on your inhale, and your shoulders open on your exhale. This might feel really good in your hips. All right, we're going to come up, swing your legs to one side, and come to a seat. Take a moment to adjust whatever you need to. And we're just going to do a one-legged forward fold. If you're still feeling a little bit tight in your hamstring or your calf, grab a prop and put it behind your knee, or if you don't have a prop, keep your knee generously bent for this first stretch. You want to protect your tendons and your muscles as much as you can, especially because they're not warm right now. Now we're breathing in and with a flat back, going forward. This is technically called knee to nose pose. But if your nose doesn't come to your knee, that is okay. Up and over. Maybe you reach your foot here. Maybe you're at your calf, or maybe you're at your knee. Maybe the palms of your hands are resting on the mat or the ground. Just keep a flat back and a strong core when you come down. And use your exhale to relax deeper into the stretch. We're breathing here. When you're ready, grab the back of your knee and help it up. And switch legs. If you need the prop on this side or want the prop on this side, use it. Just get a feel for what your body needs and respect that. Breathing in and out. In to come up. And out to relax down deeper into the stretch. This side might feel very different from the other side. It is really normal for one leg or one body part to feel a lot tighter than the other side or a lot less mobile. That doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It means that maybe you use one side more than the other. And just relax into this forward fold. And come up with an inhale. Big inhale and fold back down with your exhale. We're going to hold this position and come up gently, gently. When you're ready, help your leg up with your hands. Don't make your legs work too hard. Remember, this is a lazy day. And now come into kind of a seat with your knees up. And your legs are a little bit wider. You can have your elbows crooked around your knees, maybe your armpits. There is another YouTuber who likes to call this pose your little love cave. If any of you know who that is, yay! So I'm going to steal that term and ask you to just enjoy your love cave here. Now breathe in, come to a cross-legged position, and come all the way through to plank. I know it's a little much. And we're going to swing our right leg up into pigeon pose. Now, again, keeping that right foot active is so important because you don't want to tweak your knee. As always, use whatever props you need. In this position, it's a pretty big stretch. It's a pretty deep one. So if you need a pillow or a couple of pillows or a block underneath your hip or your bum there to get you into proper form, please do that. It's going to feel a lot better than trying to force it. And just breathe. If you want, you can stay up or come down to your elbows. Maybe you are folded all the way down onto your forearms. Or just breathing here. And now come into this kind of cheerleader pretzel pose. Again, active feet to protect your knees. And we're going to do the babiest of twists here. Inhale and exhale to twist. I'm talking tiny, tiny twists. All right, and the same on the other side. Let's bring that left leg up into pigeon. The top of your right foot is on the mat. Try and make sure that you're not rotated in either direction. You want your big toe to be on the mat as well as your pinky toe if you can. Now just fold over and breathe. If you don't want your prop there anymore, take it away. If you need another prop, use it. And just remember to breathe. This is a really nice hip opener, but it can always be really intense. So if you find that you're not breathing, or that you're clenching your jaw, or that something is hurting, come out of it and do another stretch that feels better. All right, and now we're gonna do that cheerleader pretzel pose again. I'll look up the term for this one in my yoga book for the next video. And those tiny twists. Now slowly, slowly, slowly roll back down onto your mat with your palms facing up, knees bent. And now we'll just come into Shavasana. Take some really deep breaths. And you can stay here for as long as you like. Just breathing and feeling your body on the earth. In and